Hello everybody, this is a creative world that I ended up doing with a friend. This was a little bit after that desert world that I showed you with the big robot, but here we have a couple of strange things that we built. They're not really strange, but they were strange considering the way we were building villager type houses before. You know, standard stuff. But this is a little tower we built just for the heck of it. It wasn't too great, but it wasn't bad either. But these are the kind of houses that we ended up doing after all. This were the, I guess this is the prototypes before we got to where I am now. They're not bad. It's just something to look at here. Did a lot of stone. This map was intended for creative build and then end up playing a survival on it or something, but we never bothered. I know how it is. You build something, move on, go build something else. This was an interesting little house though. We started getting the idea of making little bridges to the other rooms. We had another one over here. It's raining right now. It's kind of, I'm sure that's not going to make it a very pretty picture, but I don't use this no more, and I've pretty much gotten a little bit better with this because you see in this build we got this open space here, and I don't really prefer that anymore. So, but it's a pretty cool little building though. Basic idea, it's got a little upper level and a little room up here and this little place. It's something. Now we also got, I think is probably the best feature of this, is we have a lake that we built. We built the lake. Yes. We built a lake. Just so we could put in a dam. See under here it's all stone and it's got the little openings for the water to flow through. Made of stone and wood and cobblestone. Little pathway here. I think that's kind of cool, huh? That was something. We'll end up making a new one later, but for now, it does its duty. Now, I didn't put any redstone in there. There's definitely room for it, but I'm not exactly a redstone expert, so I didn't put any in there. It would be neat to have it fully operational. It's got your little curved path up here and some other little towers we did. But it was a start. It was experimental, trying out different things. My builds are generally empty on the inside because I do not know how to do interiors. It's not something I'm good at. Maybe one day. Yeah, this other little tower was alright. It's kind of cool. Kind of basic, but it's still there. And then as you can see over here, this is the start of one, but never finished it. Just a foundation. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys some of the other things that we ended up doing. And I say there's just some water and made this whole little part of land. We threw a bunch of sand in here to kind of make it look more natural, but it was something. But anyways guys, I'll be back and show y'all some more stuff. Alright everybody, I'm back. This is a survival world where I actually started to do a little better on the housing, making it, well, at least what I would consider, I guess you could say, more tight, not as loose, not as random. Everything's a little bit more planned out. And yes, this is my door and porch pig. He no matter what I do, he always comes back. There's always a pig or a sheep on these stairs, and it doesn't matter what map I'm in. If I make this house somewhere else, he's gonna be there. It's really weird. I mean, look at him. What is wrong with the little guy? Something wrong with that little fella. He's crazy. He stalks me. Anyway, back to what we're getting at here. You know, there's little rooms and stuff. I try to put these little cross beams on everything. I found them to be kind of interesting. You have your little rooms and things up here. It's kind of cool. Going on back down, there's different rooms, and there's, you know, a little staircase down to a basement area. For the most part, everything is pretty much the same style as what you see now. All the way around, it's how I build them. Got a little garden here. Then there's another little house right there. This one has a slightly different design, but it's still quaint. I guess you could say it's kind of small compared to the rest. Simple. Even have a little fireplace that's currently not lit. It's got your little room up there. Different types of housing. Just keep trying out new things. This is one that I started but never finished. Sad, but I do that a lot in different worlds. I'll start one and I won't finish it. But for the most part, this is just what I end up doing, guys. I will end up doing some tutorial videos on survival mode for people if y'all really want to find out how to do this kind of stuff. It's just wood and stone. It's not too hard to get. But off to the next video, guys. Alright guys, this is the last survival map that I actually did and really spent more time on. I had myself a little farm here. I know it's kind of random, but this is my favorite build so far on this system. I think I did this after like 2 weeks and I fell in a hole. That's where I lived. I lived in here while building that out there. Pretty simple, but hey, it works. So this is my build. Pretty cool little place. It's got a little bit more going on inside. It's got your little everything. And you know what? When you get too crazy and bored, you just hop on down. You got room for another room. That's like a hidden space you can always utilize. And if I can get out, there we go. It's got access to different levels of it, you know, like the rest of them. But it's a little bit more to it. It's got a couple of floors here. I didn't do much on the interiors. Like I said, I don't really do much on interiors. I usually stick to the survival needs. I haven't spent much time doing anything else. Just kind of make it all look as good as I can with all the support beams. You got your little doorways, go to the front porch, your little flower plants, your little staircases. I really like how this one turned out. It's really neat. Pretty simple designs all the way on the sides though, but it still comes together pretty nice. Everything kind of works together on it. These little builds right here, it's kind of neat. Then back here we went ahead and put a little grave thing every time I died. It's a little fence thing there. We gotta run around the other side here. It's a way to get up on top of here. If I can get there this year. There we go. Alright, alright. Going up, going up. Running, 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 running. That's a brick. Little room up here. Little tower up top. I know that piece of wood is there just kind of for my own way of kind of being a little bit more realistic. You're not going to have a big towering piece without something to support it. That's why I could put these little stairs here so I can easily get on the roof anytime and look at pieces like this. It's kind of neat. I love it. The PC, I made an enhanced version of this place, but for the PS3, I love it. Going back down here, show you the other house that we did. I did have a little assistance on here with people getting me some resources while I built. This is my little, I guess you call it my little stable. Bunch of red sheep. It's a pretty simple design. Alright, so the idea, if I could run, here we go. It's going up here, and you had two different buildings, but they were to be connected by this big tunnel-like thing, and it worked out pretty good. Got the little supports in there. You got two complete different buildings. This one, someone moved in here and ended up decorating it in their way, but for the most part, this is it. That's not too bad. Then we ended up having this other little attachment, little miniature building here, little room. I would probably end up making a basement in here or something. That's what I'd probably do. But it wasn't too bad either, guys. If you have ever wondered how to build something like that, it's pretty simple. This is a building that I didn't even finish. It was going to be a tower, kind of like a wizard tower or something. I'd started on it, but I didn't get it done. I could still work on it sometime. It was going to extend over the ocean, because one of my friends, he built a little place on the other side of this. And if I can get over here, you might be able to see his little place way over here. He's got his little statue man over there. That's another friend who built that over there. So this guy was building things looking towards my house, so I figured I would build things looking towards his. I just hadn't done it yet. But either way, in survival, this is legitimate survival. There is still trophies active. None of this is done in creative. You can do it, I can do it, anybody can do it. There's absolutely no reason why you can't. You just have to try and put a little bit of effort into it. No more dirt houses for me. And I hope for you guys. I hope it gives y'all an idea to keep going and keep pushing your builds a little bit more. Just remember, this is where I start. I always start in a little dirt hole. I live in the ground, and then I move into my house. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. I hope you learned something, and I guess I'll talk to y'all later then.